Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? I hope you are all doing fine. Today we are going to deal some of the figures of speech definitions which are included in your syllabus. They are the simile, metaphor, personification and imagery. So we will start with them one by one. So here, the first one is simile. A comparison of two things using like or as is called simile. So the word like or as must be included when you compare two things. Comparison means the similarities between two things. For example, as sweet as honey. So there is a person or someone who is sweet just like honey. So there is a comparison. And as tall like a tree, a person we can call that the person is very tall, the very tall person is like a tree. So there is as and like used, and there are hundreds of similes included in the English language. They are used like as black as coal, as white as snow, etc. So they are used in the English language. So I hope you understand them. The next one is metaphor. Metaphor is again a comparison between two things, the similarities between the two things, that one thing is said to be like the other thing without using as or like. You see, simile uses the word as or like, but metaphor does not use the words as or like. So here are some examples. She is a red rose. I am just saying, I'm not saying that she is as a red rose. The word as is not used over there. He is a brave lion. I am calling someone directly a brave lion. I am not saying that he is as brave as a lion. Otherwise it would have become a simile. So the simile and metaphor both are used to compare the things, but the simile uses the word as or like, and the metaphor does not use the words as or like. The next one is imagery. This is also another important figures of speech. Imagery is based on the five senses. Whatever is visual mean whatever we see, auditory means whatever we hear, taste, smell or touch. This is, remember that it is used only in the poetry. We are talking about the poetry's figures of speeches. For example, in the poem Daffodils, 10,000 saw I at a glance. So he is seeing the 10,000 daffodils in the poems. The sweet smell in the apple orchard, or like in the poem Stopping by Woods on a snowy evening, there is a sound of downy flakes or the horse bell. So that is a sound which one can hear, so that we call the imagery. So anything in the poetry based in the five senses is called the imagery. And now the last one is the personification. Personification are the human attributes, human qualities depicted and found in the non-living things which are other than the human beings or animals or birds or plants, when they act just like the human beings. As you see many of the cartoon movies in which there are many sometimes cars or the things or the crockeries or the plates or things, they act and behave like the human beings. Sometimes the lion, he acts as the king and he speaks and behaves just like the human beings. So it is called the personification. Here are some of the examples. The old engine was coughing like an old man. The old man can cough, but the engine cannot cough. But the engine is acting like the old man coughing. The dry grass was begging for water. Begging is a human thing. Human beings can beg, but the grass is dry, and it has been used as a poetic formation of personification. The wind whispered through the forest, etc. Wind whispering is the human quality. The wind cannot whisper, it actually rustles, but whisper is used here as a personification. So I hope that you understand all of these definitions. Thank you.